Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Delaware Blue Hens. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start in the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense will get first crack at it here. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be. And now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball.
He's loose on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking for a man. It's Alston. Immediately fires to the middle. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this.
There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. A great catch and run for 6. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Delaware's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
Still looking on the move. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Gives it on the option. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. Guys, let's chat for a moment about Oregon. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse. They gashes him in the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, a Delaware offense going back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Gage. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys bet.
Turning it on! He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Blue Hens have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Power football with the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
They'll leave it with him. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They've got the screen set up. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Love the execution there at the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Blue Hens are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Blue Hens kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
I like the adjustments from this offense from 1st possession to 2nd. Like, 1st possession, you can tell maybe a little bit nervous. Maybe just not starting the way they wanted to. Didn't script the plays, but now putting a good drive together. A good response from punt last drive.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Blue Hens! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 in getting them back in the ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Pittsburgh. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose down the middle. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to swing it on second down. And the quarterback caught up to and and sacked at the 12.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. On the double. To the air, it's Alston. Working that left side now. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Pulls it in. It's Quinn. Brought down at the 21-yard line. A 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. He's trying to get it in. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Gage. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Slithers into space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. He'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
The Blue Hens will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got his man on the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Back to pass, it's George. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is.
Illegal forward pass.
The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Delaware. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Tight end getting vertical. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
Yeah, run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half. And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, go give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Alston. He wants it all. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
Well, that means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game, and I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Slings it downfield. Hauls it in. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gage. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Got enough for the first. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Traore. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Caught in the backfield, it's Gage. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Fakes to catch. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Rushes on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Catch in the middle. It's Gage. Snowed under by the defense. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And the Blue Hens come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the 1st down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
4th and 1, I think everybody in the stadium knew what was coming. It was going to be QB sneak, trying to get some push. Quarterback, see if you can find a crease, pick up the 1st, keep the drive alive.
The give out of the gun. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And you got to wonder what the defense is feeling on this drive here, because they've had 5 straight runs now, and they ran it on first, second, third. They got it on fourth down, so that's a kick in the gut. And all of a sudden, right away on first down, they're running it at you again. You're not being respected right now on defense, and until someone stops the running game, you're not going to get it.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Dropping back, it's George. The short hands, it's Gage. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot.
Oh, out of space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
Quick release on the RPO. Open space at the 25. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. That's caught. It's Traore. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Alston. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Fitted in the window for the score.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And you know what? The best third down offense is don't get the third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Blue Hens look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's the pressure. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Buying some time. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Handoff to the lone back. He just broke the century mark, 100 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. The give to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call.
There he goes. The 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's George. Catch in the middle, it's Gage. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Blue Hens come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the right. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Got a man. It's Gage.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Dropping back, it's George. Makes the grab. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. He's got his first down and more. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Blue Hens are threatening on 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're...
Touchdown, Blue Hens! Quick strike through the air for the score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Trying play action. Still working. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Makes the catch. It's Ives. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Ducks come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And under critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Here's the handoff. Picks up the first down, still moving. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. It's on target and complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. The handoff keeps working on that clock. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback effective, and even better, getting him on the ground.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Indiana is lighting up the scoreboard behind an offense that looks just about as good as we've ever seen in Bloomington. They're up by 38 over Wyoming. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable
turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's George. Got it in the middle, it's Gage. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking for an open area to his left. Zips it out to his man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Watkins. At the 20, he's got space. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. This quarterback part of their running game. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Blue Hens pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Oh, they're after him. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And they want this defense spread out across the width of the field, 5 wide on 2nd and goal. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
This has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
They'll give it to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day.